Good morning, everyone. I am so happy to be here this morning. It is a sunshiny day in Chicago. Don't know how the weather is, but it's a beautiful day. But my name is Phyllis Nash. I am your Chief Sales Officer. Hey, I'm one of the four co-founders. And again, welcome. Glad to be in front of you this morning. So, as Melissa talked about, we've spent the last weekend in Orlando, Florida, at a business summit um, held by Ray Higdon. And Ray Higdon is somebody I was introduced to in about 2013 and had done following his trainings and things like that. He was just starting out then. And Steve Stuckey, as you all know, and we hear about Steve all the time, he reintroduced him to us, had a call with Melissa, and ended up with us going out to Orlando for his summit right after our boot camp. So we didn't even know that we were going when we had planned and was going to our boot camp, but it came at the timing is everything. And that is how I thought about being invited to attend the Ray Higdon Business Summit. But I have, you all know me as the CSO, as one of the founders of Akana, but I got introduced to this industry as a distributor. And I've been a distributor in the industry for as long as I've been in, full time now since 2010. And I tell you, going to that summit just reignited all the reasons why I got excited about this industry. To be able to have unlimited income, the potential to build, and then to turn around and build residual income. And see, that's what most of us, or a lot of us, forget. To be able to build residual income where you do something and build it and it continues to pay you and pay you. That's what attracted me to this industry. Time freedom attracted me to this industry. And just to be around like-minded people doing the same thing, working and making things happen, and sharing how they do it, how their trainings, basically it's all the same. All of it is system driven, and like Scott says, we are different wardrobes for different people, because different people have different reasons that they've come into the business. And for whatever reason that you came into the business is always a good reason. It's okay. But if you came into the business to actually make a lifestyle change as far as your finances, to help some people, maybe it's not just you. I mean, we met people here this weekend who have villages in Uganda and places that they have actually built trees and started farms and provided food for 200 families. And now those families are helping other families. I don't know what your dream is. I don't know what your goals are. But I truly do know this is an industry that you can make it happen. I can see somebody that could get started that could never start their own McDonald's, could never start their own Starbucks, could never start in business for themselves. But in this industry can get started with a small entry price, and to be able to fund a village of 200 people, that's pretty significant. So whatever your goals and whatever your dreams are, you want to retire your spouse, you want to retire your parents, you want to change your child's future, having no a debt from college because you were able to pay for their college all the way through. I mean, whatever your desire is, this is an industry that you can make it. And when I was around those people this weekend, it felt good. It felt invigorating. And some of the things that I heard, because when you're an owner, you're listening to all the problems. You're trying to solve everything. You're trying to make everybody happy. You're trying to say, well, if we had this, or if you all did this, or if you kind of get caught up, no matter what your focus is. Sometimes you're human. You get caught up in that. But then when you turn around and you see people say, I haven't had anybody join my business in so long. And then I'm like, wow, what are we doing wrong? Why can't this happen? But then I asked them, well, how many people are you talking to a day? Well, how many people are you talking to a week? And when they say, oh, I might do one presentation or I might follow up, but then there's your answer. But when you go to a business summit of like-minded people building their business in this industry, and you hear their work ethic, you hear the time they make their calendar. Yeah, they have families. Some of them have jobs. They're members of the choir. They're churchgoers. So they make a calendar so they can put in the time and then do the work. Even if it's not but 2-3 hours a day, they do the work. And then some of them go all out because this is their full-time thing, and they treat it like a business. Entrepreneurs have to be their own boss. That's one of the hardest jobs ever. But I took a lot away this weekend. And like Melissa says, we're going to train on some of that. But I have some people on the line that were at that event with me, and Melissa and Steve and Rachel, because we were all there in person. And I'm going to have them, then some of them were online. Some of you guys said, hey, I'm not going to miss out. I'm going to go online. And so one of the first people I'm going to go to, we're going to fly out east. I think it's east, southeast at least, to South Carolina to Miss Kathy Weatherspeak. Kathy, could you unmute? I just unmuted you. Can you tell us what your takeaway is for some of the training you heard this weekend? I unmuted you already, dear. Okay.
Well, you unmuted me, but I did not mean myself.
I'm sorry.
I just got to double mute so that I don't disturb anything. Oh my gosh, Phyllis, there was so much that I learned when you let me know that you wanted me to talk about this. It was just like, okay, I don't know what to pick. But there was an acronym that John Maxwell gave. It was called CLEAR, right? And what I love about John Maxwell is that he gives you these things so that you can really focus in on what's important. So CLEAR as an acronym, the C means communication. Your ability to succeed is directly related to your ability to communicate. L is leadership, developing into a great leader. That's something that we all are working on. Equipping, how to equip and train people. Compounding influence, time, and money helps make a successful team. The A stands for attitude resiliency. You have to be mentally strong to overcome all the bad things that happen in your life. What's great about being around these millionaire successful people, everybody has a story, and not one person told a story that didn't have bad stuff in it, because we're all regular people, right? So that really brought them to everybody's level. I love that. But every opportunity is wrapped in a problem. So you solve the problem and opportunity is released. That's all in attitude resiliency. And then lastly, the R stands for relationships. Having great relationships with people can help you be successful. So CLEAR, communication, leadership, equipping, attitude resiliency, and relationship.
Wow, Kathy, thank you so much for sharing. And I know you got so much out of it. I can't wait until we are sent the recording so that we can review it. Because you say, why review it? Because you want to review it. Because every time you hear something, Kathy, another light bulb goes off. We might have heard it there, but then when you hear it again, something else opens up for you. So we're going to fly on back. Thank you very much, Kathy. We're going to fly on back here to Chicago. And we are going to speak to Sylvia Covington. I unmuted you, Sylvia. What did you get out of it? Because you saw it online.
Oh my God, Phyllis, thank you so much for inviting me to this call. And oh my God, it was like a shot in your arm, a shot of energy that you were given to start to understand why you do this and how to do this, and just feel your body and your mind full of excitement. So the person I'm going to talk about today is Stormy Wellington. And the reason I'm choosing her is because of her background, where she came from. She was a prostitute. She did a lot of things. And now she's a millionaire in this network marketing industry. And she says marketing is everything. Conversation is the currency of social media. What causes your post to be seen by more people, you have to talk about, like us. We sell a product, but we also sell a lifestyle and we sell an opportunity. Post about your lifestyle and your business. Post regularly, regularly. Every time you post, ask yourself, am I making someone's life better? Write this down. I am someone's answer. That's what we need to be. That's what our goal is to, as we're posting. That is our goal, to make sure that we're an answer for someone. Someone is looking for what we have. Someone is listening to us talk about our lifestyle and share our lifestyle, share our products, and just share ourselves as being a human being and sharing things. So it says, so for example, we sell the flat belly lifestyle. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about how they can get. Let's talk about how they can get more water into them. Start, their water intake. How they can up that. Let's talk about how if they start movement, how movement will really help them as far as anti-aging, as far as living longer. Just start to move. Walk with your friends. How socialization is so important. How singing, how just all the things that we are learning we're learning about here at Akana. The things, our blood type, how it can change, how if we start to eat according to our blood type, how it would change our life. And also I learned, and what Phyllis has been talking about, is who can I collaborate with? Who has what I don't have? Who sells what I don't sell? Collaboration is the new currency. I get to get in their network, and they get to get in my network. Now we can expand our finances because we now market to each other's network. Collaboration means I don't sell what you have, you don't sell what I have. Let's try each other's product and let's tell the world about it. Don't be afraid to collaborate. Don't worry about customers spending the money with them and not with you. There will also be times when customers spend with you and not with them, or when customers spend with both of you. So I also learned that mentorship and coaching is everything. Mentorship is the shortcut to success. Mentors have the answers you need. If you knew the answers, you would already be where you want to go. So mentors are very important because they've already been where you're trying to go. So if you practice the principles, you get to participate in the promise. So you just need to start practicing what mentors are teaching you, where they've already been. They're sharing that information with you. Market to yourself first. Business must go from your head to your heart. People can tell you are people can tell you are not speaking from your heart, and not, people can tell when you are speaking from your heart and not from your head.
Wow.
They can tell if you truly believe in what you're saying. Okay.
Wow,
So
Sylvia. Go on.
I'm sorry, I'm talking too long. Okay, so connect with 3 people just to say hi every day. Take responsibility on how you show up. High energy equals high income. You cannot sell a dream looking like a nightmare. That's what I got.
Wow, Sylvia, you touched on so many topics. I'm telling you, it was like I got a smile on my face. I bet you could hear it in my voice. But one of the things you said, I'm like, okay, what can I speak on? She keep on saying something that applies. But one thing I love what you said. Yes, we sell products, but we also sell a lifestyle and a business, and that's what we are afraid to share with people sometimes. The industry is a lifestyle. It affords you how. When Melissa called me and said, hey, we can go to Ray Higdon. You want to go? I didn't have to check with nobody. I didn't have to check with my boss to see if I could get the time off. That's called lifestyle. You can call me right now and say, hey, you want to do this? I don't have to ask anybody permission. I love that this industry, yes, the people were coming from all over the world. Met this lady from London, and just fun people living their lives. Do they work hard? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, they do. But they're doing it and they're having fun. So they say when you're having fun or when you love what you're doing, you're not working. So we're going to fly on down to Texas, Dallas, Texas, to my girl Gigi China Doll. You want to unmute yourself, dear? Gigi? I don't see. Let me see. Okay. She's coming. I know she's here.
Phyllis?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Phyllis, for inviting me to the call. Well, Sylvia hit on so many points, that some takeaways that I was able to get from the faith over fear. And that was the subject, for the business conference, with faith over fear. And what I gotten from it is some of the things that John Maxwell talked about in mentoring and mindset. He spoke about dreams is free, but the journey is not.
Woo.
Life will happen. And, you know that, I know that, all of us on the call knows that. But he says that we have to learn how to fall forward and get back up and keep it moving. One of the other things that he mentioned, he says, anything worthwhile having is an uphill battle, meaning we got to fight. We got to continue to fight. One of the other things that he stated, you got to have passion to continue to grow. And the pyramid of success is sometimes you're going to lose, and sometimes when you lose, you're going to learn. So when you lose, you can't take it as a loss. You have to take it as a learning part of the process or why you're fighting for your dreams. And he also stated that there was two types of emotions. One is faith. The other one is fear. He says faith helps you to keep moving forward, and it's a positive. Fear is a negative, and you must move fear behind you. You got to stay focused on faith and not the fear. Anytime fear comes up, you got to move it out the way. And also, he said, mentoring is the knowledge that you share with people. But mentoring is also a verb and a noun. Mentoring is who you are, and mentoring on the verb side is what you do. So when you're mentoring individuals, in the business and on your team, even if you end up, buying a coaching program, they're going to mentor you. It's going to be mentoring. On one hand, it'll be the verb, which is action. On the other hand, it's going to be a noun. Now, this other person that I was able to take away something from, and you know him pretty well, Justin Prince.
Yes.
Okay? Justin says, you be the one. You be the one in your family to make the transformation for your family's life. Always keep hope and vision. And that's what we all need, the team needs. We need to hang on to hope and a vision. And Sylvia mentioned young Stormy Wellington. This she was young then, 15 years ago when she came into the business. But she started from the bottom up. And she made it happen for her
not only for herself, but for her family and the people that she's working with. So this business has no respect of person. If you do the work, it will reward you. But you can do the work without stepping over everybody and stepping on people. And that's what John was saying, that we have to learn how to communicate with people. You know, communication is a skill, and it's a skill to be learned. And the secret to success is personal growth. We have to continue to personally grow. That's why I made a decision. If I couldn't be there in person, they gave me the opportunity to do it online. And like you said, Phyllis, I did not have to ask my boss, can I take 3 days off? I checked with myself, and I told myself yes. Back to you, Phyllis.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And hey, I don't know if Mike Newsom is out there. Usually I see his name. I know he was one of the first people that signed up online to see it and was on it while I was on my way there on Friday morning, telling me the tidbits. But Mike Newsom, are you out there? Usually see you, but I don't see you, and I didn't hear you this morning. So I'm gonna fly on over to Mike. Are you there? Okay. I'm gonna fly on over to Indianapolis, Indiana, to Rachel, who is right there with us, sitting next to us, taking it all in. Rachel, are you out there, my dear? Hit your star, unmute yourself. No. I see it, Indianapolis. Rachel, are you on the line? Rachel. Okay, I guess you couldn't make it, but when we're going to fly back to Chicago. And for the person that got us there, I want to close out with our own Steve Stuckey. Are you out there? If you are, please hit star and unmute your line.
Hey, Phyllis, how you doing?
Hey there.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, that was an amazing time. Just those few short days that we were there. Just had a lot of great information, and you know, it's been nice. I've been retired 6.5 years now. After working with Coca-Cola for 14, but you know, just doing whatever you want to do all the time. I never ask anything for anyone for anything. I just, you know, when there's something, I can go to it, you know. And before, Coca-Cola never gave me time off. They would always deny my request, like every time I would ask. So this industry is amazing. And, you know, there's a couple people, Anthony Napolitano, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right.
Yes.
But, you know, he was talking about how to create momentum. Momentum is compressed time. He's like, fall in love with the action, not the result. He's like, you start overworked and underpaid. Activity creates numbers. Understanding the numbers, 80% of the customers, 15% is the part-timers, and 5% is the rock stars. He's like, you should spend your time with the 20%ers, with the builders. Get to know your people. Find out, you know, just find out about your people. Get to know your people. You know, you just want to spend time with the most active people. And in network marketing, is like most people only work when there's a promotion. You know, excuses are useless. When you feel better, you do better. And that's what I got out of him. And then there's another lady, Tina Herman, and she had just some really good stuff. And just a short little message here I'm going to share with you. Sorrow and sadness can either become our stuck story, our stay stuck story, or it can become our strong to give people hope, or our strong story to give people hope, to be an example to other people. Stop talking the story and start walking the story. And so that was just a powerful thing. I got a lot of notes, but that's what I'm going to share with you guys. And it was a great time.
It sure was, Steve. And thank you so much because of you is why we were there. So I appreciate you so much in that. And guys, I just want to close with one thing. there was not one person on that stage speaking that did not have a tragedy, an addiction, or something that had happened to them in their lives. And a lot of times we get caught up with what's going on. Life happens to all of us, but you would never know looking at everybody on that stage that something that terrible, and I mean, there was some pretty terrible stories of where they had come from, where they had, arisen from, what death or addictions had done to their lives, and they were all on that stage. And so I'm saying that to say again, life happens to each and every one of us. But what do we do? Because we either fall forward, we get back up, you never stop. And like a Stormy said, Stormy had that example about, okay, stand up, sit down. And then she talked and say, stand up, sit down. Because that's kind of how your life is in this industry. But you got to keep on standing up if you want to continue to grow and advance, because it's not going to be easy. Nobody said it's easy, but it's very, very simple. We just have to get there and work. When somebody now says to me, and I know this all the time, but I'm going to be a little distributor and a little corporate. But the deal is, guys, we probably are our own worst enemies in anything that we do. Once we overcome ourselves, get in there, say affirmations every day, say some things that you want to say that are going to happen in your life. Pray. Prayer is so powerful. Do we spend enough time praying, talking to the Lord, asking them to instill in us? Because he gave us dominion over the world. He gave us that. But in order for us to do it right, and you say so many terrible things, well, don't blame him because he gave us dominion. But when you want to get it right, invite him into your life so you're working for his purpose. So prayer is important. So guys, we are in a beautiful industry. We want to share a lot of these notes with you. But my goal and my thing I took away is today is the second day of my 21-day fast. I got online to share that with the world, to ask for support and let them hold me accountable. And so I'm going to be posting, because posting and letting people see what you do, what your lifestyle, having fun with your family, your church life, whatever it is. Let people get to see you, and because they might want to buy into you. Maybe not what we're doing, but they'll buy into you, and then they'll be more apt to look at what you're doing because they see you as just a person just like them, not somebody out there just saying, hey, come buy my stuff. Okay, so with that being said, we'll be back here tomorrow morning with our own Coach Dan. Go out there and push, everybody. Sorry we took a little time this morning, but I thought we should share those things. Bye, and thank you for all your speakers. You just brought all that back to me from the last few days. Bye now.